I would do a bit of a life update today. So life has gotten a little crazy. It's the end of July as I'm recording this, and my husband is on strike. My daughter left for 2 weeks, came back from that. Now my husband is away for a week. I'm single momming it, also working full time, taking care of the dog. My daughter's not in camp this week, so there's that. There's a lot going on. Many of you know my husband is an actor. He does a lot of voice work, but he also is in a television show called From. And From is kind of a sci-fi, well, I don't know if it's sci-fi. It's like Stranger Things meets Twilight Zone meets Stephen King. Okay, so if you're into that kind of thing, you will love the show From. You can get it on Amazon. It's on MGM Plus in the States. In Canada, it's in Paramount Plus. In the UK, it's on a sci-fi network. I can't remember the name of it. Sky, I think it is. And so, anyway, 2 seasons are up of From, and season 3 has been greenlit. So we were very, very excited about that. And for the last 2 years, my husband has left for Halifax to shoot From. So the first year he was gone for 4 months. Last year he was gone for 5 months. And he's supposed to be shooting right now. They were supposed to start shooting in July, early to mid-July. But they're on strike, if you haven't heard. The writers are on strike, and SAG-AFTRA is also on strike. So he is not working. And that's stressful. It's stressful when you rely on income from your partner and all of a sudden it just disappears, right? That's hard when a double income family all of a sudden is dealing with only one income. The other thing that's stressful is my resort, Anamaya in Costa Rica. We're probably having the slowest summer we've had since COVID. So, that's concerning as well. A lot of people are talking about a mini recession right now. It's like COVID hit, and then once we were able to travel again, everyone went crazy, and we were traveling, and we were doing all the things, and we were visiting all the people, and we were having the best time. And now it seems like we are taking a pause. We are taking a moment to reflect. We're taking a moment to breathe. We're taking a moment to just ground ourselves after the crazy 3 years that we've just been through. And so not as many people are traveling. And so we're seeing that impact our resort. We're seeing that impact a number of bookings at Anamaya. So there's that. I want to talk a little bit about how hard things can be. Yesterday was the first day where I was working. So I work full time. I'm working extra, I would say, extra hours and maybe even a little extra hard just because my husband is not working. And so we're making sure that Anamaya, is up and running because I have a staff of about 35. I want to make sure, my coaching practice is on track. So I'm working full time. My daughter is here. She's no longer at camp, so she's here on her own. All of her friends are away or at camp. My husband left for the week, and so now I'm here. I'm working. I'm single momming it. I'm trying to. She's old enough that she can entertain herself to some extent, but I don't want to ignore her all day. I want to be, involved, but I'm also working. And then the dog has to be taken out. And, we could get the dog walker, but do we really want to spend the extra money when, we don't know how long this strike is happening? And we, all of the things. It can be hard. And I know that you ladies listening, you have a ton going on. You have a lot of responsibilities. You have a lot of plates, that you're trying to keep spinning, a lot of balls in the air that you're trying to juggle. And it's hard. And what's interesting is entrepreneurship is hard without all of that going on, right? Like the struggles that we face as an entrepreneur, they're real. They're real, right? And there's a lot of highs and there's a lot of lows in this journey of entrepreneurship. Being an entrepreneurship, even I would say, can be glamorized, right? With success stories and overnight sensations. And, these are the things that we're seeing on Facebook and Instagram. And, these sensations and these stories grab the headlines. But behind every success story, I would say, are so many moments of hardship, so many moments of doubt, right? So many moments where you just feel like it's impossible. So I do want to dive into the real world of entrepreneurship and why it's essential to embrace the challenges and also to, I would say, process the emotions that come up, to be able to continue to move forward, right? Like there's such a roller coaster of emotions that we go through. And I think what can happen is the fear, the anxiety, the stress, like that all starts to surface, and we'll do things to avoid feeling into those feelings, because we're like, I don't have time to feel those feelings. I got to get to work, right? I got to make some money. I got to grow my business. I got to take care of things. And so we tend to push that down, push that away. And here's the thing too, being an entrepreneur is not a linear path of constant progress. I was talking to a client about this last night during our one-on-one. Businesses will grow and then they'll plateau, and then they might go down or they might go up, and then they plateau again, right? The journey is not linear. It's a roller coaster ride, and it's a roller coaster ride in how your business is operating. And it's also a roller coaster ride of emotions with like exhilarating highs and very daunting lows. And there will be days where you feel on top of the world, right? And you're witnessing your vision take shape and you feel unstoppable. And then there's going to be days where you question everything and you don't know if you're capable. And you might even question your purpose on this journey. Why am I even doing this to begin with? So because entrepreneurship can be riddled with uncertainty and risks, we find ourselves juggling multiple roles, multiple responsibilities, so many decisions that we need to make, and the pressure just can feel so overwhelming, right? And then we'll doubt ourselves, right? Especially during challenging times. I would say that, for me right now, it has been challenging. It's challenging when kind of everything is taking a pause. Like, we have a rental house. I have the resort in Costa Rica. My husband has his career. I have my coaching practice. We have properties, in Costa Rica that are for sale. So sometimes if some of those areas are low, others might be high. Maybe sometimes they're all doing really well. Sometimes they're all doing really, really poorly, or they're all just kind of moving very slowly. And right now, everything is moving very slowly, or not at all. Like my husband's job, like he can't work. He cannot work, right? And that is important. The strike is important. There's a very important reason why he cannot work. There's a very important reason why he's not working, and he chooses not to work. And it all has to be dealt with. And the industry has changed so drastically. There's a lot of discussion points on the table and a lot that they have to work through. So I understand how important the strike is for the writers, for the actors. The directors, they settled, but it sounds like IATSE, which is the workers union, they might strike. So that's going to shut down Broadway. There's so much going on. And it all has to be done, and I understand that. But I'm still feeling the worry, the stress, the uncertainty of it all. And then, of course, with Anamaya, being having its slowest summer since COVID, that's frightening, right? And our rental house, it's doing okay, but we had a very, very, very slow June. July and August seem to be okay. September, October, we'll see. Those are the slowest months of the year in Costa Rica. And if not a lot of people are traveling, we will feel the impact. So do I lie awake at night and spin and stress and my brain just thinking? Yeah, 100%. It just happens. I have a coach. I have a business coach. I have a life coach and a business coach. I meditate. I have my friends. I work out. I journal. I do breath work. I do energy work. I do all the things to try and just really keep my health and wellness in check in terms of my anxiety levels and my stress, but it still has an impact. And I think one of the biggest lessons that I've had to learn is to take my own advice of feeling into the feelings. When the fear surfaces, feel into that fear, because I have a tendency to go, oh, okay, the anxiety is starting to rise. I'm going to get to work. And I use work sometimes as a buffer. I can use work to kind of press down those feelings, to numb those feelings, where really I just need to feel into it. I need to feel into it in order to process them and then move forward, right? And look, the fear of failure is real. It's, it's something that we all face, right? And we're worried about the time that we pour into our businesses and the energy that we pour into our businesses and the money and the resources into something that we fear might not succeed. And that can be paralyzing. And that is the fear that I'm talking about. If we don't feel into it, or if we numb it with wine, or we numb it with a bag of chips, or we numb it with work, or we just push it down and just pretend it's not there, that will actually keep you stuck. The additional efforting is not going to, help you really in any way. It's going to keep you stuck, right? So look, and I can tell you that each setback provides an opportunity to learn and to adapt and become stronger. And that is 100% true. It's 100% accurate. It's true. However, I think what's also important is feeling into the fear, feeling into the knowing that entrepreneurship is hard. It's hard. It just is. Right? And so I think that we really can't embrace failure as a teacher. And I don't think that it can guide us, that feeling of fear or or failure, or just not even failure, but just things shifting, like something that is external outside of our, out of our control, like let's say a recession, learning the lessons of that 100% can guide you towards very strategic decision making and ultimately set your business up for success. It really, really can, but you have to process the feelings of fear first. Okay? Because I also am a firm believer that during a down economy is when you can set yourself up for massive success. You can set your business up for massive success. We opened Anamaya, right, basically during the crash of 2008, right? We've survived a pandemic, right? So there are things that we looked at. Okay, this is in our control. This is out of our control. How can we use this to help our business? How can we use this to set a very powerful foundation for our, strong foundation for our business? So, so if you find yourself struggling, or questioning your path or feeling overwhelmed, just take a step back and allow yourself to process that emotion, but don't give up, right? Seek support from mentors, follow entrepreneurs, hire a coach, sign up to my mastermind, right? My mastermind is a fantastic space for you to feel safe and for you to feel like you are on the right path with your business, and it's not going to cost you a ton of money. It's the most affordable business mastermind out there for women. Like, it's such a no-brainer. And you're surrounding yourself with a supportive network who can uplift you, encourage you during these challenging times, help you to process that fear that I'm talking about, but then also set you on the path to grow your business, right? To set yourself up for success, to not let the external circumstances interfere with how you pivot and the choices that you make in terms of growing your business, right? So look, if you're listening to this right now, I want to emphasize that it's okay to find entrepreneurship hard, because that's kind of how it's set up. It's okay to face difficulties. It's okay to have these doubts. It's okay to have moments of despair. Allow yourself those moments of despair, right? Allow yourself to feel into that despair. That's going to get you on the other side of it. Because the path isn't meant to be easy, truly. It's not meant to be easy at every moment. Now, how hard it is will shift. It's not going to be the same kind of hard throughout the entire journey. Okay? And also, your journey is unique. You can't compare it to others, right? Comparing it to others is fruitless. Everyone's path is different. And success will come at your own pace. It will come, but it'll come at your own pace. Don't let the fear of failure or this myth of like overnight success stop you from pursuing your dreams. You're not doing it wrong. You're not doing it wrong. You're learning, you're adapting, you're growing, right? Trust in your vision. Trust in your why. Why did you create your business in the first place? Always go back to your why. Your why is the most powerful force when you are feeling a lot of self-doubt. Trust in your vision, trust in your abilities, trust in your why, and have patience with yourself. Have patience with your business, right? It's your baby. Have patience with it. And then celebrate even the tiniest little victory along the way. That's going to help your brain see the evidence that it's working. Okay, my friends, I know it's hard, but we're going to get through this. If you need help with this, reach out to me. You can book a free call with me. We can see where you're at. We can see where you're struggling. And I can help you brainstorm and pivot ways to continue that train to move forward, for the wheels to keep rolling. We can work out a strategy so that you don't end up completely stuck. And join my mastermind. Ladies, if you have not joined my mastermind and you are a wellness entrepreneur, it is time you join my mastermind. It is ridiculously affordable. It is pretty much the exact same amount that you would spend on a girls' night out for one night. And you get multiple trainings every single week. You get 3 years of recorded trainings and workshops and guest speakers at your fingertips. You get the support of an amazing group of women who are all doing what you're doing. They're working towards building their business. They're working towards growing a business that serves people, that helps people, that provides them with a sustainable income. Okay? Look, just acknowledge that it takes time. Acknowledge that it takes effort and energy. And acknowledge that it takes an unwavering commitment to bring your dreams to life. But we can't do this on our own. We can't. Surround yourself with a supportive network. It's the most important thing I've done as an entrepreneur through the last 2 decades, 20 years of being an entrepreneur. I've surrounded myself with people who have helped me, who have supported me, who have guided me, who have offered advice, and who've just held space for me when I was going through the muck, right? And truthfully, I feel like I'm in the muck again. We're, just in a bit of a space right now where I'm like, oh, here I am. I'm in the muck again. And it's okay, because I know I'll get out on the other side. I've been in the muck before many, many, many times. Is it fun? No. It's not fun. But it's not going to stop me. is not going to stop me from growing my business, because I believe, in terms of my coaching practice anyway, I believe that the more women that I can help step into their role as a leader, step into their role as an unstoppable entrepreneur, the world will be a better place. Because that domino effect is massive. More women need to be making more money doing what they love to do. That's my why. And so even when I'm in the muck, that's more important. That why, that vision, that reason why I wake up in the morning, why I'm recording this podcast right now, that's more important than being in the muck. And I'll get myself out of it and I'll wash myself off and I'll continue. Even when it just feels like I'm in the muck in all areas, right, in terms of business, but it's okay. It's okay. Entrepreneurship is hard, my friends, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to stop us from pursuing our dreams or from making our dreams a reality. You will figure it out. And if you need my help, reach out to me. Okay. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And I look forward to connecting with you again next time.